Hi, I'm Christian Guzman, and I approve of the Board Shorts and Banter podcast.
What is going on, guys? Welcome back to a very special episode of the Board Shorts and Banter podcast. We have got three slightly above average guests. We've got Mr. Finn Kelly and Reese Fit from the OYIYI podcast, which I've never heard of before until this morning. And we have Mr. Code Eagles joining us as well, who is on, I believe it is day one of prep. Am I right?
It is, yeah. Yeah, I'm shredded.
Yeah. Do you need a refeed, bro?
I've only got like half hour today before I'm too tired to carry on. Yeah. So let's get it done quick, please.
I understand. But we'll start things off with all the important stuff. Reese.
Yes.
Happy birthday, mate. How does it feel to be completely and utterly washed at 26?
Crazy, mate. Absolutely crazy. It's a pleasure to be here. I got very, very valuable time out of the retirement home. They wheeled me in and they put me in. They said, we've got an hour till recess. And I was like, okay, thanks, guys. So, yeah, I've got about an hour today, guys. So hopefully everyone enjoys my time before I'm wheeled away again.
In fairness, though, isn't 26 still young for a strongman? That's still early in the career.
Yeah, I guess, to be fair. Yeah. I've
still hope, mate. It's all right.
So, yeah.
It does look like you're in a retirement home.
It does.
That lazy boy.
Like generic random photo above you. You're clearly on an armchair for obese people.
Yeah. Mate, living quality.
Recline as well.
Yeah. No. Basically, I'm away, so the Wi-Fi is literally behind this laptop, and I was sat down with a Christmas tree and a happy birthday behind me, but it froze within like 10 seconds. So I've come into the living room where literally these like this. You know, like Airbnbs where they just have like a random room and they'll just go, sitting room, living room, and just throw some sofas that cost like 20 quid in there. So yeah, it's not even that comfy. Like, this literally looks like a scene out of like you said, like a very strange retirement home. So yeah,
it is. Tom,
what's good?
How are you, mate?
I'm not bad, mate. I'm slowly being asphyxiated by this definitely fitting Christmas jumper, but other than that, mate, I'm good. I'm just happy to be here. It feels weird there being 5 people on one podcast. I didn't even think we could actually do this.
Yeah.
Mate.
It feels quite overwhelming, but in a really nice way. Like, oh, look at all these handsome people that I'm looking at 8:20 in the morning.
I know.
It's very special.
Yeah,
you've made it for this time.
Yeah, I know. I didn't think Reese would be up until at least 10 o'clock. And I thought Eagles would just be grinding.
I thought you'd still be on the treadmill.
I cut my steps short today. I'm only about 1,000 in, so
day one offline steps.
Fatigue.
Yeah,
Too fatigued.
You don't
water
want
retention.
Right. Anyway, so the way in which this is going to roll, this is going to be a part 1 podcast. So in this part 1, we're going to discuss everyone's years because I believe everyone has had an amazing year, with the exception of none. And then we're going to do a little bit of a Jack Eagles Christmas quiz, which will not get us cancelled. And then in a few days' time, Reese and Finn are going to post a Q&A episode of the 5 of us again on their channel. So, yeah. If you are new to the Board Shorts and Banter podcast, make sure that you subscribe. Oh, God, just choked on my tongue. Make sure that you subscribe because we do not have anywhere near as many subscribers as the rest of these gentlemen. So please hit that button.
Please,
guys.
Please.
We need to do an epilepsy warning for Tom's jumper.
Yeah, that will be flashing up at the very start, mate. Don't worry, and I'll make it for your podcast as well.
Thank you, mate.
That's right, bud.
Yeah, Jack, can you change the setting of your lights?
I can just turn them off, mate.
Josh, I just realised though. Josh, you introed me.
Oh, they're off.
You introed me. You introed Reese, but you didn't ask Finn and Jack.
Yeah, I don't think.
Sorry, mate. Sorry, Finn.
Completely forgot.
He asked Jack about prep. He didn't ask me because he knows the answer.
It was a half-hour monologue of just Finn's dark thoughts.
This happened, and then this.
So, Finn, how are you, mate?
I'm actually doing well, mate. Thank you. I've got a nice Christmas jumper on, which I actually think it's a woman's one. I'm currently borrowing it, but I quite like it, to be fair.
How big was the woman?
Oh, it's like a big oversized one, mate. Don't worry.
It's got like
a big oversized woman or a big oversized jumper.
Big oversized woman. Big oversized jumper. I don't actually know what size it is. I know it's from H&M. But yeah, it was like given to us as a gift for the podcast. But yeah, I'm all good. Excited for what's to come. Big things coming in regards to both myself and Reese with Unknown Project 2025. If you're not following Unknown Project 2025 on Instagram, guys, please go and follow it, which is exciting. And then otherwise, just with my like rebrand and sort of changes that are happening with my business. So yeah, exciting times to end a very weird year.
I think it's
clever. Do you want to tell us? Do you want to tell us any more about either of them things, or are you just going to leave it at that?
Come on, Finn. We need some tears for the podcast. Let's really dig in there and get it out. Come on.
It's about the business.
No, I'm on about the business stuff, Jack.
Happy Christmas, guys.
Jack, please just tell us about your fucking what's going on. No, so I'm not going to go into the year. People that watch the podcast, that obviously me and Reese do, you'll know about what's going on this year. But I think most people, to be honest, that watch our podcast probably watch yours as well. So you're not going to get, unfortunately, guys, you're not going to get the extra 1,000 or so subscribers that you want in, because they probably, a few of them already follow you anyway. But yeah, in terms of the Unknown Project, I mean, it's a bit obvious that it's a gym, but we're not going down much more than that. We're not telling you where it is yet, other than like, I don't know, Reese, how far have you gone down that? Have you told anyone where it is yet?
Told a few people that are local.
Same. So I've said to people that aren't local, it's Midlands.
Yeah.
So that's one thing. There's a big.
Do you have a rough time scale until it's going to be ready?
If we were to have everybody, let's say if everybody was to come in when we wanted them to, and we could have full control, I reckon it could be like 2 months, a month or two. But realistically, it won't be. You're waiting on people are booked. There'll be some of the stuff like the whole. I don't know if you boys have ever gone down like a solicitor's route of just signing a lease. Like we've signed like a soft lease, but we haven't even had the official lease. So if a bomb was to go off or something, if Eagles was to go in and have I don't know, just try and do a suicide job on the place, we ain't having like that photo we have to do it. So Jack, please don't get the location, don't go anywhere.
So I'll change my plans, mate. Sorry.
Yeah, I know, man. I think the 19 Nors might have got a little bit too high during the Literally, it's like that's it. I'm ending my life. So anyway, it's a ball ache because it goes from the owner to the owner to the agent to the solicitors to us, then back from us to the same way. So everything takes fucking ages. So whenever everything gets signed, we get people in. I reckon realistically, like it won't be any later than halfway through next year. I'd like to aim a little bit earlier, personally. I think like April, May would be a bit better. Kit wise, like me and Finn will be training out of there within a month, I'd imagine. Like we've got everything we need.
It's got flooring in. That's the thing. Right, but we're not going to put flooring on everywhere. We're going to keep some of it as like concrete. I reckon we'll be training there from like February, March. I think we'll be open from June, July.
Oh,
does he cut out?
Yeah,
I think he's died. Go on, you'll be training there from February, March.
Uh-oh.
Finn.
Never can't hack it. Finn.
I'll carry on. I'll take Finn's thoughts on mine. So yeah, we'll be training out there. I'd say February, March at the latest, which is pretty cool. It's exciting, to be fair. And to be fair, this is the first time we've actually spoken about this because we haven't actually mentioned this on the podcast. So we've given you a clickbait title. Reese and Finn announce Unknown Project 2025. It's a gym.
How much equipment do you have so far? Without saying what equipment, just like
we can say, mate, we can flex the equipment. We've pretty much got everything you'd want in my opinion, out of like a very good gym. So like loads of Nautilus Nitro pieces. I've again not mentioned this. I made the decision to go ahead with it without really speaking to Finn. It probably wasn't the best of decisions initially. I want Finn to be here because he'd laugh. So basically, I got out a decent amount of money to pay for this Nautilus Nitro. Hey, you back? Can you hear us?
I'm back.
Cool. Finn, they're asking us about how much kit we've got. And I said, I just went out and got like 20-ish grand, a bit more, to go and get some Nautilus Nitro pieces from a really, really dodgy person.
Why are you telling people what we've got?
No. I'm not saying much. But basically, and I got the money out, put it on my close friend story, like me holding money to my ear. and being like, "Who's on the phone?" or something, and it was like,
it was Sanaya. Sanaya was like on the bed, naked, bent over on your close friends, and she had like money all over her.
Oh, okay.
So I sent you a message like, "What's this?" No, I saw you at the same day at the physio, and I was like, "What's this?" And you were like, "Oh, like, I'm thinking of doing this." And I was like, "Why have you not spoken to me about it?" Like, and you were like, "Well, I was gonna, but I just haven't yet." I was like, "Well, then let's speak about it." And then we were just like, "Yeah, why not?" Like, I think we wanted something outside of just coaching. Sorry, Josh. Well, actually, that's good. There you go. I've got you a little plug.
Yeah. Shout out to my
outside of that, because as much as we love it, like, I think you need to be realistic in the sense of like, we're probably not going to be doing it forever, and also like in terms of like the amount of time that it takes up and travel, and like we don't like want to, let's say, almost just put all our eggs into that. Well, at least this is, I'm maybe speaking for both of us, just put all our eggs into that basket of coaching for the next 10, 15 years, and then be like, oh, like now I'm not really getting the same clients, or because as you get older, I guess you never know. We might become, like Hanny Rambod, but I doubt it. So we've got something else to focus on.
Yeah. So it's Jack. To answer your question, mate. I think Finn said on the story yesterday. There's 40 pieces that we've got, but I think there's a bit more.
Yeah, that's what I've got written down. I've not added to it since like all the new stuff.
Yeah. So yeah.
What's one bit of equipment you don't have yet that you want?
Hack, but we have been offered one.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
A Mark 1 Cybex.
Cybex Mark 1.
No. We did get offered one, but I don't know if we're like. I think we need to get everything in first. Right? Like, we don't even know if what we've got is going to fit very well. So there's no point being, because now that we posted it, I don't know about you, Reese, but I've been offered loads. Like, people are like, oh, do you want this? Do you want this? Like, obviously for money, but like, I'm selling this, like, or we've got this. And I've just had to say, like, look, we need to get stuff in before we can even work out if we can fit anything else.
How much do those Mark 1 hacks go for? Do they hold obviously everyone wants them, don't they?
Tom, how much would you pay?
I can imagine someone would probably try and sell it for about 3.5, 4.
Oh, mate,
we would
double that.
Really?
Yeah.
7.
We got offered one for 7, but they, UFit in Wales. Apparently Charlie, the Charlie Marsden that runs the Ultraflexes. Apparently, he went to the guy at UFit and offered 10 grand for the hack, and he said no, because he offered him for the unit. I don't know. This is just like hearsay, but he offered him to like basically buy out his unit and buy out his gym and turn it into an Ultraflex, and he said no. He offered him just for the hack. I think it was like 10 to 12k, and he was like no. Mental. There's a Cybex hack at Fully Pumped Gym in Norwich. The guy got it. Did he say for like 500 quid, Reese? Yeah. Because like ages ago, he went round to this guy's garage and he had one, and he was like, "How much for that?" He's like, 500 quid. And he's got it at his gym, and he could definitely sell that for like at least 7-8 grand.
Yeah.
Mad.
It's crazy. Like we were looking, because obviously you guys know Jack Jacob, the Be Modified owner.
Yeah.
So he got in a little bit earlier than us, and like he was comparing like where he got his stuff from. He went from Poland and got it imported because of his Polish roots and Polish heritage, probably from some ancestors that were like stolen in World War II from Hitler or something like that. But
Hitler's hack squad.
Yeah, that's what Hitler's hack squad.
That's what Hitler used, guys. Honestly.
It's not, the ones that like Dortmund uses pullover. It's like Hitler uses hack squad.
The last hack squat Hitler used.
Oh, that's just getting cancelled on me getting cancelled. But yeah, so I was cross comparing, and literally like the prices of kit is going up and up and up. Like the Nautilus Nitro pieces that like I found was literally off the most dodgy Gumtree ad ever. And the reason why I didn't fit
that day when we were getting it all, how long did it take that guy to count up the cash?
Oh.
We're literally waiting like it must have been an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Yeah,
like, honestly, he was just counting cash for that long, and we were just stood there like, what are you doing? Like, you still? And he was like, just sat in his van, in his lorry, just sat there.
The reason why I didn't speak to Finn was because I was searching up for ages, and I just found this guy, and I was like, I'm either going to get scammed, stabbed, or a good amount of Nautilus Nitro pieces, and I got the latter, which is great. So I hadn't really spoke to Finn. It was a very off decision, just saying, yeah, let's just see. And then I spoke to Finn about it, and then we were like, right, let's just see what we can do. So we spent like probably the next couple months of like searching, hiring lorries. There was a day, we probably should be speaking about this, it's quite fun. There was a day when we were, there was like 3 days where we were like all over the country in a big little like van lorry thing.
I remember that on your stories. You did some serious miles.
We were doing check-ins, weren't we? Like, literally, we used to do one, I'd do one, we used to do one, I'd do it like on voice note, or like one of them we sat on our laptop while they drive for a bit. Like, it was mental. Like, it was literally like 6 a.m. till like midnights. Like, I think it was like 3 days in a row. But it was fun. The thing is as well, like every time you get to the place, like you don't know what you're going to get. So like you get somewhere and you're like, oh man, it's exactly what we wanted and it's easy and the guy's helping us get it onto the van. And you get some places and it's like a complete dodgy place, like that one place. Dodgy, like loads of stuff like hidden away. You get there and they're offering you everything else that they've got and they're like, oh, what about this? Do you want this? Like it's just weird. It's a different like kind of world because
there was a dude. We won't mention much, but there was a dude that we went to. I think it was the last guy, and we were convinced all the kit was stolen. And he was like literally doing like a car boot sale. When he was walking, he was like, "You want barbells, boys? You want barbells? Discounted barbells?"
I was falling for it. I was loving it. Like, mate, I think we need barbells. Like we need this. Oh, yeah.
We got a Cybex, Cybex row. That's what I'm going to say. We got a decent row from him, and like he messaged us. Like once you buy from him, he puts you on like a little list, and it was like not putting on Facebook, not putting on socials. Please don't share. Need this gone ASAP. And I was like, I'll happily. It was like for 1,700 quid or something, so it was a good price. But it was like genuinely, this had been stolen. Me and Finn were like driving. We got it because we were the first people to message him. We were driving back with it in our lorry, and we're like seeing police cars go past, and we were like, we're definitely going to get pulled over. Like there's going to be a Cybex row on the like we've got a stolen Cybex. Like
the amount of times as well, like I'd forget that we had loads of kit in the back. So like we'd get up to a roundabout and I'd be like, oh no, I have to brake, like oh shit, and it just goes poof. There was one where like I was just driving and our turn off was there, wasn't it, on the motorway, and we were like, I was like, I need to turn off, but I'm going way too fast. So I was like, we just missed it. I was like, I'm not going for it. It's like we just knew we were gonna like feel like it was gonna flip over.
Okay, now see, I think it's very smart what you're doing though. Like you're right in what you're saying. There's going to be a point where coaching and, Instagram's going to, just take a bit of a dip. The fact that you've diversified now or diversifying is a very, very smart move.
I think as well, like it will be, like we're going to make it like fucking mint. You know what I mean? Like it's not just like, oh yeah, we run a gym. It's like, no, like it is the fucking hashtag Mecca. It's the new one. But it's just like our little one. It's not
every bit of kit is the best in the world.
The best in the game.
It's stolen.
Best in the game. Can you get that on the wall? The best in the game.
Yeah, mate, we're gonna get loads of stuff on the wall, aren't we? Just random quotes.
Like stupid quotes. Oh dear. Eagles.
Yes.
Day one of prep.
It is, yes.
Are you excited?
Yeah, I'm just sick of the off season because it's been like a year and a half. So it's the first time I took a year and a half out. So let's hope I've actually built some muscle. Don't think I've built enough, but we'll find out.
Well, we will indeed. How long are you out from your first show?
Not actually that long. I think it's like 12 weeks or 13 weeks.
It just blows my mind how you'll do your entire prep in 12 weeks.
I think it's going to be quite a long one because I'm gonna do quite a few.
You're still gonna look quite lean, aren't you, when you step on stage that first time? It's not like you're gonna,
you're everywhere but the lower back. Yeah.
Fat.
Yeah, the lower back will still be a little bit soggy, but everywhere else will be shredded.
It's crazy. Like obviously, as an actual prep, it probably takes. It depends if Finn's doing it, but it takes at least 20 weeks to get lean, or 35 weeks if you're Finn.
Are you allowed to say what shows you got lined up, Jack?
Or... I'm doing Detroit and FIBO. Those are the two I've announced. I will do more, but you what? Sorry,
you don't want to go to Detroit, mate.
Yeah, I've heard it's going to be interesting.
No, Jack, you really don't want to go to Detroit.
That's
the guy in Vegas that was like
the taxi man.
Tell us about it.
So we won't talk for long because I know I want to talk about Jack, but like real quick. Basically, in America, in Vegas last year for when we went, because Josh Campbell was competing at the Natural Olympia, best show in the world, the Pinnacle. We got in a taxi, and this guy was like just mental. Like, he was lovely, but he was just so weird. Like, you know, when people are like socially awkward, that they just have to talk like at you constantly. And then he was just like telling us about loads of different stuff. And then he was like telling us like the places to avoid in America, wasn't he? And then he was like, "You don't want to go to Detroit. People kill each other." We were all like, "What the fuck?" And then he just kept going on about like, don't go to Detroit. So when Jack said to me in the gym the other day, he was like, "Oh yeah, my first show's in Detroit." I was straight away, I was like, "You don't want to go to Detroit."
No.
My
How many
dad's
do
just
you
rang me.
actually have lined up, Jack?
I don't know, because it obviously depends on how fat my lower back is, and if by the time my lower back's in shape, if I still have muscle elsewhere, because off my history of doing that, it's always one or the other. I'm either fat or I've got no muscle left. So if all goes well, probably 4 or 5. But we'll just wait and see. Like, if I do the first 2 and I'm miles off where I need to be, I'll just go back into the off season. So we'll wait and see. But it's one of those, if I'm somewhat good enough to get, you know, some first call outs, whatever, I just want to compete as much as possible.
Jack, you're not tempted to keep it going and then just do a shit show at the end of the year and get a ticket to Olympia for next year?
To be fair, I have thought about it, but yeah, it is one of the. If I like do Detroit and I'm just horrific, then I'll go straight back in the off season and then again just prep for like the end of the year, because I think this year, to be fair, obviously we won't say who has stole an easy show, but post Olympia there was like 30 something classic shows before the 2025 season started to qualify you for the next year's Olympia. So it's like there's already 30 classic pros that have qualified from shows with 4 or 5 people in. And then next year there's 70 classic pro shows, which is mental.
70?
Yeah. So
holy shit.
At the Olympia there'll be like 70-ish classic pros.
Is there more? Well, yeah. Is there more classic qualifiers than what there is open?
Yeah, way more, because it's a lot more expensive to put on an open pro show for promoters. You have to the fees you have to pay are way higher, and obviously there's way less open pros that then compete, so then there's less eyes. So it's like the cost benefit isn't there. Whereas if it's for classic right now, if you put a classic show on, you'll get 10 to 15 classic pros, and I don't know if there's more eyeballs on it, but there's a lot of the classic guys have bigger social medias to a degree. So
yeah, classic definitely brings in more money to the IFBB.
Yeah, talking of bringing in money, what's everyone's opinion on the what's it called? That new class, fit body?
Yeah,
Fit body.
got some questions about that, to be fair.
I'd say probably Finn has the most similar physique to that class person.
Maybe. Come on.
Well, Finn, what are your thoughts on the fit model class? You thinking about doing it?
I reckon, yeah. I mean, if they do it for the male categories, then I actually do think I am quite suited to it. Females.
Have you seen that? Have you seen that like WBBF or something? I have no idea. They're just fucking letters. It's like colourful swim shorts on men. Mm-hmm. It's almost like a shitter version of men's physique. Have you seen that before?
Do you remember like Tom Coleman? Tom Coleman, where he used to be like the champ.
It's like Miami Pro, isn't it? Like they do model kind of in that.
If they did that for like IFBB with the option of having an IFBB Pro card, would you go for it?
No,
neither.
It's not a very appealing class, in my opinion.
Imagine being like the first one of them pros. It'd just be like embarrassing.
Do you reckon when like men's physique first came around there, obviously a lot of us weren't like heavily into like competing when it actually came around. I bet everyone back then was like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
And now it's just I think because we've grown up with it, There's
a lot of bikini girls at the minute, and I'm going to be careful with what I say here. There's a lot of bikini girls that are against it, that are like, because they're so bikini and they're like, they've got hard flat physique. And a lot of them also are always saying like when the not as hard, not as shredded, not as muscular bikini girl wins, that, that's not bodybuilding, they should be going the other way. Now this like fit model class has been brought in, they're kicking up about it. But if they think about it, what I reckon will probably happen is bikini will then be allowed to go a little bit more extreme.
Yeah.
Because fit model's going to progress, so that's going to get more extreme anyway. And then actually they're going to get what they want from it. But they're just having a hissy fit about fit model. So I don't know. I think it's obviously going to progress, isn't it? So then it's obviously going to make a lot of money for the promoters and stuff. So
So, Jack, are you for it or against it?
Personally, no, because I don't think it's like, it's just a bit. It's not. There's no barrier to entry, really, is there? It's not bodybuilding because you've not had to build much. It's kind of just a genetic. If you look good, you can win, which is just kind of modeling in a sense, kind of. So it's like there's not. I wouldn't say it's bodybuilding. I'd say it's a model class, but I guess that's what they've gone for.
And the IFBB is a bodybuilding federation.
Yeah, I think.
Can I bring up this Fed, by the way, because she can do 2 Bros Natty next year. I'm pretty sure, because it's been 3 years, like literally. So,
it is 3 years. Then you are for this whole 2 Bros IFBB natural stuff. You only have to be natural for 3 years.
And I literally said to her, I was like, no word of a lie, like just stay natty, do 2 Bros Natty, like back end of next year, whatever it would be, or start of 2026, and like you would genuinely win. Like you're not really getting beat. So. Yeah, so Naya's going to win a pro card if she can actually stick to a diet for more than 8 weeks.
Oh, you're horrible.
Literally, like, Reese and Jack, you could be natural for 3 years and then go compete in natural shows with 2 Bros.
Yeah.
Man. And still, our lower backs would be incredibly soft.
Yeah.
We'd still not win, but...
Still, Reese is going to get beat by someone that's natural.
Yeah, it would happen.
Again.
It happened twice last year.
I have also been beat by a natural, in fairness.
Who was it?
I don't know, some American guy when I was in America doing men's physique.
But an American natural isn't quite like British natural.
No, British natural is a different breed.
Yeah.
Look at Finn Taylor, for example.
Yeah.
I think with that fit body, is it fit model class? It's like, I think it's just fucking pointless just adding it anyway, because like it is human nature to just want more, get better. Just like they added men's physique because, the bodybuilders are too big. It's like they've only got bigger. It's like, all right, well, how does the fit model class like progress? How do people, they're not just going to start competing and they stay the same. I guess it's down to how they actually score, judge the class, isn't it? So I think it's just human nature for people to want to get better and better. So I think it's just fucking pointless because people will just get leaner and bigger anyway.
Yeah.
Especially if they're not tight on how they actually judge it.
It is a bit of a stupid one in my opinion. Reese.
Yes.
The knee.
Yes.
Do you want to give us an update on it, mate?
Yeah, I got a second scan the other day, and I actually was expecting to find out a grand total of nothing, and I found out something. Thanks, Anna. She crawled in and then just ran out. So it doesn't make a difference. Walking out. What the fuck? You must have heard the thing about these things cut down in 8 weeks, when in reality it's actually like probably 8 days. So yeah, knee scan was done. I had edema in and around the knee, and now I've only got it underneath the patella. The dude was an osteopath, and he basically said, he was like, "Are you on crutches?" Surprised, because basically without like a steroid injection in the actual underneath the patella, which sounds fucking painful, especially for somebody who's scared of needles. He basically was saying that I need an injection in the knee, I need to go to a knee specialist, I need to spend more money. So I'm going to have spent probably about $1,500 on getting this knee sorted, and it's no better than what it was about 8 weeks ago. So yeah, I'm still a bit disabled, but it is what it is. I'm used to it now. I feel like, after like an injury, after like the first week or two, you're just like, I'm just used to it. So like, I'm sound, all is good. So yeah.
Do you have a knee specialist to go to?
No, I've been, because I'm away, I was like, I can just get it sorted now. And there's nothing I'm in Norfolk, so it's in the middle of nowhere. So there's Norwich, which is the nearest place. But I've searched, I'm going to call a few people after this actually and see if I can get something booked in. But I know it'll be like, you have to come in for a consult. You then have to make sure you pass a certain thing. I was like, I literally know what I need. I've got 2 scan results. Just jab my knee, please. And get me
that should be enough.
Yeah.
I've had my knee done twice, and I've had 1 injection, and it is so fucking painful.
Great. Thanks.
Great times. But yeah, I'll send you his number if you want, mate, and see if you can just get booked in. It's about between 200 and 300 quid.
That's fine. Yeah. I've spent so much.
Worth it.
Yeah, I'd hope so. Hopefully I can walk soon. That'd be great.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're going to compete in 2025? Sorry, I forgot the.
Well,
Yeah.
I've been planning on it. Like the goal was always, it was originally going to be early in the year, like judging off like how much progress I was making and like where it was going to be. I was like, yeah, 2025 early would easily be doable. Like I don't know, like May sort of time, so start prep like probably around now, like start of the new year. So it would be similar trajectory to what I did my last prep, like start of 2023. It's about two years later. And then obviously with the knee, I was like, I'm probably gonna have to do late. And then I've also got lots of clients. You guys would know, like end of the years where like show season's usually a bit more like popular and busy. So unless I fucking decide just to do like, I don't know, October and just get everyone done and like everyone doing PTA finals, I'm like, nah, guys, don't worry about that. Like, so I really don't fancy doing a fin. Like, I've got clients on stage and I've got like stressing out about myself and especially considering obviously I'll be prepping myself. But then I'm tempted, maybe I just get a coach and just make it easier.
Yeah, I don't think you will prep yourself.
Yeah, like with clients and stuff. So we'll see. I don't know. I'm literally, it's entirely dependent on when my legs don't look horrendous. Like, because I don't know, how have you boys ever been injured? Josh, have you had any injuries? Obviously, I know men's physique, but like,
Yeah.
what's the longest you've gone without training legs? Like,
Nearly 2 years.
okay, fair enough. It's a bit longer than me.
Is that still ongoing, by the way?
Yeah.
Good one, Jack. I did my knee I did my ACL the first time when I was 18. Did 9 months of rehab and physio, didn't train legs, just did all my rehab stuff. Got the all clear from the doctors on my birthday, the 4th of May. And then I went on a night out with my pals, did pub golf, and I slipped over in a nightclub and tore my ACL again and dislocated my kneecap. So my kneecap ended up like quite high up my leg.
That's really bad.
Yeah. So then that was another 12 months of rehab. And then after that, it would just my knee was fucked for a long time. Good times though. It's worth it, mate. Just all them injections, just get them in you.
Yeah. Can't say I'm not used to it, but yeah. So hopefully it'll be all good. But it's been like 5 months now, so it's weird because like my leg girth has stayed the same, but my quads have just like eroded. They've kind of like gone inwards because like my actual legs, if I was to grab them, are the same size, but my quads are just so small. It's a joke. Like I look at them and I'm like, I almost want to throw up how bad they look.
Oh, mate.
Oh, I feel
men's physique.
Yeah, back to it. Do you reckon I'll be allowed on men's physique at like 110 kilo body weight?
Yeah.
Might do a natural show as well. I don't know. Maybe turn up at UKDFBA, or maybe I do natural first timers PCA. Like do that. That'd be fun.
That'd be so good. That double show on a weekend, first timers and then naturals.
No. There's a first timers section in the natural shows. I'm pretty sure.
First time was class in the bodybuilding.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Amazing.
So yeah, that's the plan. So yeah, my knees are. I say it's okay. It's not. It's fucked, but it's better. But it's not as bad as yours, Josh. So thanks, mate. It's making me feel better.
No worries, mate. I'm glad that I made you feel better.
Yeah.
If you just get a knee replacement, that would also be really fun. That'd be great content.
That'd be so weird.
If you mentioned there about like working with a coach potentially next year, have you actually had to think who, or do you not want to say?
Fine, I'll coach you, Reese, if I have to.
Yeah. What about Grogan?
Go to Josh. Josh, hey mate, can you coach me? To be fair, I haven't really thought about it other than literally the thought of if I am prepping, and I am probably, especially with the gym, I'm going to be a bit too busy to be waking up, checking my fucking visuals constantly and stressing regarding what I need to do, which would be strange because obviously I've never worked with a coach. So I probably want someone local. I probably want someone that I respect. The issue is, I don't know. I think you boys would all be similar. Like when you've been at it long enough and you've done it yourself, you almost have like Josh. When before you went to AJ, I bet you had a bit of like an ego where you're like, even though AJ does know more than me, like I know my body well, and I don't want to get into that sort of analysis where I'm like comparing. Like let's say for example, no disrespect to Jack, but Tom, for example. Tom is awesome, but I know that Tom will just be like, just take this, bro, and I'd like to know why. And I'm a bit of a geek when it comes to stuff like that. So it's like, there's a few coaches that I've thought of, but it's not some, and I'd want my knee to be 100% until then. But then also I know that I don't want to go to a coach and just say, yo, bro, can you just prep me? Because I know what it's like. You want to work with them in the off season, but my off season is going to be shit because of my knee, like overall, like leg training wise. So yeah.
It's tough, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm in a very similar position. Take the knee out of it, but I know how much brain space work takes up, and then you add on like you're prepping yourself on top of that, and it right now it feels a little bit too much for one person to handle. So I am tempted, but at the same time, I know how I work.
Yeah.
I need to duplicate myself.
The pros and cons are so strange because like I can prep myself to 4 weeks out perfectly, and I have no doubt about that. But it's the in between process of shows, and it's the like a build up to a peak week and all that sort of stuff that I know that I feel like I just get in my own head a bit too much, not in a good way where I'm just like, if I have one good training session, I'm like, even though I'm looking shit, I'm like, nah, I feel great. Let's fucking crack on and get a bit leaner. And especially with an open, like if I'm trying to be on stage, I'm gonna be on stage like 110 kilos. I can't just be doing like fucking 800 carb refeeds. I probably need to have like a day of fucking binging to actually somewhat fill up or whatever. And for me, I'm like, nah, I don't need this. I should be doing this. And you can just get in your own head a bit too much. And that's like, again, like getting to 4 weeks out, I'd easily be able to get there. I'd be able to get shredded, but it's just, am I going to actually reflect the actual amount of muscle that I have? Maybe not. So we'll see.
Do you not think though, if you like the thing with me and Tom is, I've worked with him for so long, and it's more of a conversation. Like obviously, there's some clients where I'm sure he just tells them do this, do that.
Yeah.
When you've worked with someone for 3 years or whatever, and you know that they know their stuff as well, it's kind of a conversation. So do you not think with yourself, if you'd worked with someone for like many years, by that point, obviously it's going to be different because it's your first prep, which I get. But after a while, the questions you'll have, they'll have already answered, and you'll sort of know each other. Like, it's 8 weeks out. Typically, we're starting to see at this point now. Put this in, put that in.
Typically double the cleanse, half the food.
Yeah, exactly. That's when we actually start dieting. Right now, I'm still like 4,000 calories. So,
gosh, Tom, do you know about this? Like this Eagles story from 2022?
No. Did you?
No.
You mentioned in the chat.
Finn, do you want to take the floor? Do you want to explain?
No, I think Jack should.
Yeah, so it was set the scene. It was 2022. It was, I think, Tom and mine's first prep together, and I think it was 5 or 6 weeks out. And I do remember, like, I was a little bit, not sure I'm near enough. And before this, by the way, I'd done 2 preps with probably one of the greatest coaches to actually grace the UK scene, by the name of Danny Howard. For those of you who don't know, I would get to know because he is very solid. Actually, I can put in a word for you if you are looking for a coach, mate. I know his books are full, but
I think he charges. Yeah.
No, I do love Danny. And to be fair to him, we actually did do 2. The preps could have got better, but yeah, with Tom, we got to about 5-ish weeks out, I think, and I was a little bit, am I leaning off on art? But I was a lot younger. I thought, it's Tom Ames, he knows his stuff. And then I think I was training with Danny or met Danny one day and did some posing, and even Danny was a bit like, you're not going to be ready, mate. And I was like, nah, I'll be fine. Anyway, then we check in. I'm like, Tom, we're not going to be ready, really, are we? And then we pretty much just literally half food, doubled everything, doubled cardio, and then just melted away my entire physique in time for the show. I was like, to be fair, the first show we jumped in was just a PCA junior bodybuilding. That was the best look of the season. And then it just got worse and worse for the shows to follow. I did ended up doing like a Denmark pro qualifier.
Is that when you nearly died the first time?
Yeah, that was that. It was just a cursed prep. It just wasn't great. Some of it was on me, some of it was on Tom.
I blame Danny Howard, to be honest.
Yeah,
It's all Danny's fault.
But in fairness, obviously, the next year we came to prep, it did make things a lot better, and it was straight. I think we did 14 weeks total. Regional was 12, and then the pro qual was 14. It was just 2 overalls, and that was it. My lower back was still fat though, so clearly just got lucky with the show.
Clearly. Right. About 40 minutes in. Finn, you ready to cry? No, I'm joking, mate. Right, you're competing. Obviously, you competed last year. You did pretty much the same shows as Tom, I believe. Yeah?
Pretty much.
I'm not sure.
Apart from the UK UP, he didn't have that in him.
No, he did Shitex instead.
Yeah.
Big dub. I do think he should have come second though in that show.
Won the overall as well, didn't I, Reece?
The men's physique overall, Finn won.
The men's physique overall.
Yeah, he won the men's physique overall. 100%.
Oh dear. But are you any closer to lining up your next prep now, or is it still I need to get massive? It's way into the future.
Yeah, I'm not like setting dates. To be fair, to be fair, the main thing is obviously the gym, business side of and then just like actually enjoying training and making sure that I'm working around injuries. Because like I definitely neglect like rehab on my injuries and stuff because I'm like, well, I've got too much to be doing. Like, I've got clients to be getting back to. I've got a gym to be setting up. Like I definitely do neglect myself a little bit. Not in the sense of like I'll still fucking train. I'll still train really well. I'll still get all my meals in. I'll still sleep like as best I can. But yeah, like the injury side of things is a bit annoying. I don't like using it as like a crutch. I don't want to rely on it and be like, oh yeah, I'm not competing because of this. Like, but also like I just need to be a lot better. You know what I mean? There's no point going again if I'm just like I'm not even going to be massively improved. So like I'm happy to take like I'm not in a rush. You know what I mean? I'm not one of those that's like, oh, I have to compete for social media or like I have to compete to get some sort of like gratification that I'm a good enough human to compete. Like I literally compete when I feel like I'm ready. It'll probably be another 2-3 years.
Starting prep soon then for that if you're competing in 3 years.
Start soon, yeah. Starts next week.
Fantastic.
What you're
just going to do a few warm-ups.
Finn, what are your actual goals in competing? Would you just do it because you enjoy it?
The show on the day? Is that the goal? Win a show on the day where they actually announce and winner.
Yeah, that'd be nice to actually win the British title actually in person would be nice. Yeah. Not on a Zoom call 2 weeks later. To be fair, like as much as last year, like there was a lot of shit when I competed. I also still like if you'd have said to me at the start of the prep, you win a British title, I'd have been like, what the fuck? Like that's pretty cool. Like yeah, the standard in the medium class wasn't great. Yeah, I didn't win it on the day because the pro turned up, and then I won it afterwards. Like so, it was all a bit fucked up. But if you'd have said at the start of the prep, like, oh yeah, you've won a British title, sound like that's pretty cool for me. Like that's kind of what I wanted at the start of the year because I feel like I thought I would have been good enough, and I think if I hadn't have like ruined myself, I think I would have been good enough to legitimately win one. If I hadn't have like ran myself into the ground, like I actually think I would have been decent enough. But yeah, like next time that I compete, like I'm not like oh I need to win a pro card. That would be cool, but I also think like now, if you play your cards right, most people could go, unless you're shite, but most people could go and win a pro card. Like there's shows that are giving out more, there's federations that are giving out pro cards a lot. So if I was to like really be like, yeah, if I was to like that is my goal, then you'd literally just do like a lot of these quote unquote easier shows that are giving out more pro cards. Like the WMBF Ireland, I think gave out a few. WMBF Denmark, I think it was gave out like 3 or 4 or something.
Oh, but, Holland.
Yeah, Holland. That was it. Sorry,
entire top 3.
Yeah. So yeah.
Steve All, I think he came third and took over pro card.
Yeah,
and then came near the bottom of the world, I think.
How's that thing? Like, obviously, WMBF is like I think most people respect that. It's a good natural sort of bodybuilding federation. Josh, I mean, you can't say anything bad about it. But are they needing more pros? Is that why they're giving out these pro cards? Like, what's the crack there?
I think they're wanting to make it like so with the bodybuilding. There's really only one show in Europe at the minute, and then the Worlds. That's actually quite good. So I think they're wanting to like almost build up the bodybuilding like pro league, but they're almost doing it in a way that you're just having more lower tier pros stepping on stage. It's like
I think when you won yours, it was like, wow, what the fuck? But you were really, really good.
Yeah, but even then, it was a shock, wasn't it, Josh? Remember, like I was there when Josh won, and I was like filming for him and stuff, and like it was class, it was mint, and you looked incredible, and you deserved to win it. But this is no disrespect to one of like other people that won their pro cards. There were people that won their pro card on that day. It was like, why are they getting a pro card? You know what I mean? But it was the first year of it. It was the first year that they took away from the UK FBA doing it. But it was like, oh, sick, Josh has won a pro card, but then like some of these other people were winning them, and it's like, what the fuck? But then also that Samuel Hartman won one that day, and he literally won the Worlds this year, and he was fucking great. But like, there was a couple of people that won their pro card on that day that I was like, what? Like, I remember thinking, like, surely it shouldn't be that easy. There was a girl, her first season as a bikini girl.
Yeah.
Again, no disrespect to her, she looked all right, like she looked decent, but it wasn't like, it was like, what? That's not a worthy physique.
I think that's part of it though. With women's classes, you can end up with someone winning and going, oh yeah, they're absolutely shit hot, they deserve it, and then at the same time, you can end up the opposite where people win. You're like, how the friggin' hell have they won that? Because I think it's so much harder to judge.
That's where I think there's an issue with it. It shouldn't be just if you win, let's say a show, you win a pro card. Same within the IFBB, like Jack was saying earlier, like there's 70 shows. There's going to be some pretty naff winners. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, I'm not saying this is in no relation to me. They'll all be fucking better than me, I'm sure. But you know what I mean? Like, they're still probably not at that standard. Like, and I think the judges should have to decide, is that person actually eligible
pro-worthy
to pro card to then be competitive as a pro, or are they going to be absolutely bottom of the tier, like 10 years before they might be competitive?
I completely agree.
Yeah.
And like, you know, you remember at the first time a show when they gave a pro card to Kojo?
Yeah, and he's amazing, but he shouldn't have got a pro card then.
No. He should have, if he wanted to try and go for a pro card, he should have gone for it at the British.
Yeah.
And then if he gets it at the British, then he deserves it. But to go and
got it at the British, would he? Because he went into the pro show at the British, didn't he? And he didn't. I'm not saying he didn't get looked at, but his posing wasn't good enough to be competitive.
Yeah, it wasn't pro worthy.
Yeah.
But this is the game. This is the game. I completely agree that being a pro or having a pro card shouldn't mean that you've won a show or you've placed in this position. Should be you've got a pro worthy physique. And if that means that some shows you give out 5 pro cards because there's that many top tier athletes, and then some shows you don't give any because they're not up to standard, then so be it.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Like, in terms of you asking about, Tom asked about my goals. Like, that is it really. Like, be at a level where, like, I actually think I've got a physique that I'm proud of that could be pro worthy, regardless of whether I win a pro card or not. You know what I mean? In whatever federation, in whatever class, men's physique, because my legs are shy.
Right. Gentlemen, it has been wonderful. Do you want to discuss Christmas stuff now, or shall we do that on the OYIYI episode?
Let's do Christmas stuff now, because I mean, it's a bit to be like, okay, guys, Christmas, and then we're getting into Q&As. Like, we can do stars.
Are we doing Jack's quiz?
Yeah. Are we doing?
Oh shit! Yeah, Eagles,
you're
doing
doing
the quiz
now.
Yes.
There is a festive round, so you know.
Yeah.
How
Jack, can you get Emily to come in and read it for you? Because I'm pretty sure you can't read, can you?
Yeah.
I will get through this one, don't worry. Apologies to the listeners when I'm stuttering and saying the wrong thing, but...
How do you want us to do the answers, Jack?
I have thought about this because I'm unsure. So I was just going to kind of not plan it.
Text them to you?
Nah, it's too much reading. I'll just ask the question. You lot write down your answers, I guess, or like on your notes page or something.
Yeah,
and then... So it's Finn's died. It's 3 rounds of 5 questions.
Finn's died again.
I was thinking ideally we'd do this in a format where it's the OYIYI versus the what was the name of your podcast, Josh?
World Shorts and Banter.
No, what was the other
You've been
name?
on 3 times.
No, I know it's World Shorts and Banter, but you said a different name in the group chat yesterday.
I did.
Boys.
Yes. Yeah. Is it butt sex?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Bum sex boys. There we go. So that's what I thought we'd do, but I don't know how we do that because you're not all in the same room that can like write your answers down and discuss. So it's kind of like you're playing for yourselves, but we're going to put Reese and Finn's score together, and then we're also going to put Josh's and Tom's. So Reese, don't let Finn down here because we all know Finn would probably win. All right, but he's got a handicap. So yeah, like write your answers down, I guess, and then we'll do the 5 questions for like round 1. Then we'll go back through, and you can each just say your answer, and I'll keep track of the scores.
Great stuff. We'll all give our answers, and then you tell us the right answer. Yeah,
that is how the quiz normally works, mate. Yeah, because if I didn't give the right answer, we wouldn't know who's got it. So.
Oh wow! Yeah.
Oh my God, Reese got another one right. That's definitely not accurate.
Now, what did you say? I said that.
We're not allowed on Google because can we not just Google the answers as well?
Nobody do that.
No. I've just got like Siri. Like when Jack speaks, it'll just literally be like going and then it'll just type it in, and then we'll get back to it. Yeah.
Right, make sure you
play along at home and let us know what scores you guys get.
Yes.
So obviously we've got 4 men's physique athletes competing here today. So round 1 is a men's physique round.
Great.
So I'm expecting top scores from all you boys here. So question number 1: who won the Miss Bikini Olympia in 2016?
Nick Bikini.
Yeah.
What about men's physique? What's that?
Jesus.
Same thing, isn't it, really?
Is that the first one?
That's question number 1.
No. Is that the first men's physique?
That's not men's physique question. Is it?
It's who won Miss Bikini Olympia in 2016,
Oh,
Josh.
fucking hell. Not men's bikini. Sorry.
No, Miss Bikini.
It's not Jeremy Buendia then.
It might be.
Wasn't Jeremy Renner who won the first one, was it?
No, it was that Mark something.
I'm going to leave this out there. I don't know.
Question number 2. When was fucking hell, I can't read. Reese was right. When was men's physique first at the Olympia? What year? We all written out our answers there.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Question number 3. What was the total prize money awarded for the top 5 in 2024 at the Olympia?
Jesus.
I'm getting 0 here, bro. What the fuck?
Yeah, same. Can we get like
Is I made this
closest
too
on
hard?
this?
Because I'm quite a nerd about bodybuilding, so I thought these were quite like easy. But then I remember doing the pub quiz on the OYIYI podcast, and Reese didn't know any bodybuilding questions.
For the top 5,
Reese, you might know this one though. This one is more your pace. In which of these countries is it illegal to be gay still? So if you're a men's physique athlete in one of these countries, it's not looking great for you.
To get England.
So I'm going to read out A, B, C, or D. Obviously, just write the letter that you think it is. So A is Jamaica, B is Japan, C is Poland, or D, Argentina.
Can you read them again?
Yeah, go on.
Jamaica is A, Japan, B, Poland, C, or Argentina.
And this
Still
is
illegal to be gay in one of those.
It is in well, at the time of writing this quiz, it was still illegal. Unless they made it legal last night, it is still, from my understanding.
When did you write this quiz, Jack? Are you that prepared? Did you do it like 5 years ago?
It was last night, and I did actually have to double check all these. If I have got it wrong, I do apologise.
do you know what the penalty is if you're caught being?
No, but I can find out.
You
Okay.
get bummed.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah,
to
you
know.
get forced to be gay.
Well, you're the national gay person for everyone now.
Question number 5. If you were a 6'8" IFBB Pro in men's physique, what would be your weight cap?
6 foot classic physique.
No, men's physique, mate. This is a men's physique quiz.
Okay.
Okay.
And I'll give it to whoever's like closest. I don't expect you to get the exact number. That goes for the total prize money as well. Whoever's closest gets the point.
Okay.
All right, question number 1. Josh, what was your answer?
I wrote Jeremy Buendia and then realised that you actually meant bikini, not men's bikini.
Yeah.
So I don't have an answer.
Does anybody have an answer?
I wrote
Go on,
Chloe.
Finn.
I put Courtney King.
Oh, Finn has got a point there. Big
fair
bikini fan.
play.
I literally just thought, like, 2016, I was thinking, like, that was when Steve Cook and when, like, Courtney King were doing it. Genius.
Yeah, they
Unreal.
were doing it.
They were
Oh,
doing
Tom, did you get that as well?
I did indeed.
That's
I wrote,
fantastic.
I don't know if you can see that. Chloe Pickford.
Unfortunately, it's a good answer, but no, not quite. Question number 2. Reese, when was men's physique first at the Olympia?
2014 or 15. I did 14.
Anyone else put anything different?
I wrote 2014.
2014.
I put 2015.
You're all wrong. It was 2013.
Oh,
Oh, fuck.
Really?
Yes, mate. Yeah.
If I was,
Wait, we're useless.
these are
You're
quite
all
hard.
fake. Yeah, this next one. Right, the closest to the next one, we'll get it. What was the total prize money in 2024?
$60,000.
Oh, I'm an idiot. I did for open.
You thick bastard.
Finn?
I put 75. Was it? Did you say across the top 3 guys in men's physique?
Across the top 5. So all the prize money for men's physique, total of this.
I put 75.
I did
Reese has taken that one. It was 95.
Yes, Reece.
Oh,
I
fuck.
put 1,075,000, so I wasn't far off.
Unlucky, mate. You were
I put £75,000. How close is that in dollars?
don't care
Finn.
enough.
Well,
That's
they didn't
about
get
right.
paid in pounds, did they? They got paid in dollars, so you're still wrong.
Everyone's got a point here except Josh, so it's not looking good.
Well, that means
It's not looking good, bruv.
But this next one, Josh, might be yours. In which country is it illegal to be gay?
I have gone for A, Jamaica.
I've gone for Jamaica.
I went for Argentina.
Jamaica.
It is Jamaica. So who's got that?
Jamaican me.
Tom, Josh, and
Stay
Finn.
straight.
You all got a point there.
Yes.
And finally, what would be your weight cap if you were 6'8"?
£230.
Oh, I put 116 kilos.
Oh, I should have specified pounds here, shouldn't I? Actually, I know the conversion anyway. It's fine.
Yeah.
Jack, what is the answer? Is it in pounds you want?
If the answer is in pounds, so if you could do it in pounds, that would be appreciated.
Let me just do it on the calculator.
I put £240 in.
237.6.
I put 135 pounds.
£135.
Sorry, 235.
It is men's physique, to be fair, Josh. So you're not
Who
far
said
off.
the highest number there? Because you're all way off. But who said 240? Right, it's £274.
I win then, because I was close.
Yeah, Finn's got a point there.
What an answer that one.
Reese, mate.
You got to think if you're 6'8", like
Not
you're
too
gonna
far
be
off
pretty,
now, mate.
pretty heavy.
240 is, what is it? The answer's 270. That's not that
274. Yeah.
far. That's not that far.
Fuck.
I
Come
think
on,
we're
Tom.
hitting this, Reese.
Reese, I think you should get fucking tibia lengthening surgery whilst you're getting your knee sorted out, and then go in for 6'8" men's physique, and you're sorted, mate.
Yeah, that's fine.
Just keep getting inflammation in between your knees and you'll just naturally grow anyway.
Sounds happy days.
How tall are you?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Like 5'11", 6 foot.
Yeah, you're 6 foot, mate.
6 foot with
Give
inflammation.
yourself
there.
it. Come on.
Yeah. I used to be. I definitely used to be. I don't think I am anymore.
You're the really tall one.
Yeah, the really tall one. You're the really short one, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone in warehouse said to Reese once, didn't they say like, "Oh, I like you two, like the really tall one and the really short one." It's like I'm literally like an inch smaller than him.
It's a big inch, though.
Yeah, it's the aura, mate. That's what it is. Aura points for me.
Yeah.
All right, so at the end of round one, we got Finn on 3 points, Reese is on 1, Tom's on 2, and Josh is on 1.
Let's go. It's still close. It hangs in the balance heading into round 2.
Which is our festive traditions around the world.
Let's go.
Now, when I was writing this quiz, I will just tell the viewers I did have to get my quiz VAR by my girlfriend because I wasn't sure if what I'd written was politically correct and allowed to be said publicly without getting us all cancelled. A few of the answers have had to be changed, so apologies for the lack of content in this round. It was going to be fantastic, but apparently this is a woke podcast, so game's gone soft. This entire round is multiple choice, so you just need to just write the answer because doing A, B, C, or D confuses me. It's not easier. Right, so in which country do people celebrate Christmas by hiding their brooms? Not interrupt, Josh. You will be losing a point here if this derogatory stuff continues. In which country do people celebrate Christmas by hiding brooms on Christmas Eve to keep them away from the witches? Is it? Sorry, I was not expecting you all to write answer there. Is it Norway, Sweden, Finland, or Iceland?
I have an answer.
Yeah.
Okay, right. What do people in Japan traditionally eat during Christmas? Roast turkey, fried chicken, sushi, or guinea pigs?
Like the delivery of that one. That was good.
Mate. Like, no,
Repeat them, please.
Can we have the options again?
Roast turkey, fried chicken, sushi, or guinea pigs?
What country was it?
It was Japan.
yeah, Finn, mate, you'll be perfect with this with Noah. Like, Noah would know
No,
this.
can you phone a friend?
Not on this round, unfortunately, mate. No, sorry. Number 3, in which country do children traditionally leave their shoes out on the night of December 5th to receive gifts from St. Nicholas? Is it A, Germany, B, the Netherlands, C, the village Reese lives in so he can sniff them, or D, Spain?
Just go around sniffing shoes outside the houses.
Yeah, I just want to dox you, Reese, so I couldn't put the actual location. You might get put on a register, so...
Yeah.
Another one.
What are the options again?
Yeah, I can't.
Germany, Netherlands, the village Reese lives in, or Spain.
Fucking hell.
Dumb.
Oh, I do have to look up some pronunciation for this next one, so if I get it wrong, I am very sorry. In Caracas, Venezuela Christians head to church on Christmas Eve, but how do they get there? By reindeer, roller skates, horse and cart, or those e-scooters that roadmen deal drugs on?
Definitely practice the script in the mirror, like before.
Give the options again.
Practice all of his bazingas.
Reindeer, roller skates, horse and cart, or e-scooters?
Okay.
I have no idea.
Yeah, this is hard, mate.
This is very
It's
hard.
not a choice. And if one of the choices, I'll give you a hint, it's probably not one of them. Right, number 5. In Ukraine, there is one Christmas ornament everyone has on their tree. What is that ornament? Is it
Oh my god.
a spider's web, a candy cane, a vial of Primo, or a banana?
Oh, shit.
Can I have those options again, please?
A spider's web, a candy cane, a vial of Primo, or a banana?
Cool.
I was waiting for another one there, Jack.
No, don't know. That may have been VAR out, the other one, actually.
Fucking hell.
Oh, shit.
Right then, so question number 1. We all got our answers for that round?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. In which country do people celebrate Christmas by hiding brooms on Christmas Eve to keep them away from witches? Tom, what was the country there?
I'm in for Sweden.
Oh.
Anyone else put anything
Iceland.
I went for Iceland as well.
I went for Norway. And I
Wow.
different?
think
Finn has actually taken that. It is Norway, in fact.
Fuck.
Fuck's sake.
Finn, you're running away with it, mate.
I don't know why I know that, but when you read that out, I must have heard that before. But I was like, I'm sure it's Norway.
There's no way.
Number 2. What do people in Japan traditionally eat during Christmas? Anyone
Guinea
want to give their
pigs.
answer?
Everyone got guinea pigs.
Everyone right guinea pigs? Yeah, I thought so. I wrote bat, but you didn't give us that as an option.
You're not playing the game right, mate.
KFC, fried chicken.
Fried chicken.
I put roast turkey.
No, it is in fact fried chicken. Usually KFC, and I was a bit surprised by this. So I did some extra research, so I'm going to drop a little trivia on you all here. 3.6 million Japanese families purchased KFC around that time. Anyone want to take a guess? I'll give you a bonus point for the amount of sales that generates for like in GBP for KFC.
£1.2 billion.
750 million.
Yeah, 200 million.
I was going to go 560.
Yeah, Finn's just got an extra point. It was only like 30 million.
Yeah, I was going to
GBP.
say, you all
Oh,
went
fucking
great.
hell.
You think what? How many families? It's not that expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you have the number of families. They're each putting in like a bargain bucket and a few other bits. You kind of do the maths, can't you?
It's been a while since I've been to KFC.
It's not as expensive.
To be fair, actually, I'm going to have to double check this. They might
That's
serve
like
guinea pigs. on the menu at
100
KFC in
grand.
Japan.
It's really expensive.
Whoops.
Question number 3. In which country do they leave the kids leave the shoes out for St. Nicholas or Reese? Reese, what's your answer, mate?
Oh, my village. That's what I wrote.
I put Netherlands as well.
I put
I put Netherlands.
Oh, everyone's got that point. Unreal.
Come on.
I just thought like wooden clogs, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do they smell like, Reese? Out of interest, wooden clogs.
Honestly, I wouldn't know. I usually get the ones from like little children's schools, you know, like the size.
Oh, right, yeah. Nice one.
Okay.
In Caracas, Venezuela Christians head to church on Christmas Eve. How do they get there, Josh?
I wrote roller skates.
Horse and cart.
I put horse and cart.
It is in fact roller skates.
Oh, let's go.
Fantastic.
Clawing it back.
And then finally, what are they hanging on their Christmas trees in Ukraine? Traditionally, not this year. Finn?
I put spider's web.
Anyone else put anything
I
different?
put spider's web.
I put a candy cane.
I thought, why would you say spider's web?
It is a spider's web. So is that Josh and Tom? Josh and Finn.
Yeah.
That was my rationale as well. Of all the things, I can imagine Jack making that up, but spider's webs I can't.
Yeah,
I mean, it could have been a vial of Primo, premium Ukrainian grade pharmacy.
Could have been, yeah.
Yeah. Right then. So we got Finn on 7, Reese on 2.
8 is my bonus point.
Either your bonus point is on there, don't worry.
That's 8 then. I've got 5 that round.
You got them all right? Oh, no, you got one wrong.
Point. I got 3 on the last round.
So what, you should have been 8?
I'm on 8, yeah.
It's no fun when you're already winning and you're still being a proper arse about the score, is it?
Yeah.
What a sweat. Josh and Tom, collectively, you're on 7. So sort it out, lads, because Finn's beating you by yourself.
I'm on 5. No, I'm not. I'm on 9.
What?
Yeah, Finn can make his scores up. I can make mine up. I'm on 9.
Actually, if you said like something believable, I would have fallen for it. Round number 3.
Final round.
Now, it's a quiz on your idol, so it's the quiz on me, obviously. So I don't know which of you knows me best, but I will be getting upset if some of you get these wrong. I am thinking I've made these too hard now, so I do apologise. In what county did I grow up in?
God.
Do you want multiple choice here? Because I've not done multiple choice for this one, but it might be quite... No? Right, sound. You all got an answer?
Yep.
In what year did I first go to the gym? Is in calendar year, not like school year. What grade did I get in GCSE religious studies?
No, Jack's clever.
By the way, because you're all old, when I did my GCSEs, it was the number format. But if you want, I've done the conversion for letters as well, because I know you're all ancient. So,
what was the question again?
What did I get in GCSE religious studies? Next question. What is the size of my right calf in inches, please? Nearest one to that will win.
Are we doing decimal places?
Yes, we are. To 1 decimal place, please.
In inches, yeah?
In inches.
Measure mine and double it.
You never know. And then finally, again, closest to this will win. How many subscribers do I currently have on YouTube?
Oh, I checked because I saw your video pop up and I was like, I wonder what's the difference between ours.
What is the difference, Reese?
I think you're like 1,000 up, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, that's what we like to hear.
That helps me. Thanks, Reese.
And we've got a bonus question here, so we'll get ready to answer this one. First to answer gets the point. What is my discount code for VQ, ESN, and Hardbody?
Code Eagles.
There you go, Reese. Thanks, mate.
Yeah,
if anyone didn't hear that who's listening, it is Code Eagles. That gets you money off VQ, ESN, and Hardbody. Fantastic deals. Right, so question number 1, Josh. What county did I grow up in?
I have put Lincolnshire.
That is really offensive. That is just shut
Hey,
up.
that's near me. You're not from near me. I feel like you're from down south.
I am from down south. Has anyone put anything else?
I put Gloucestershire.
Down south. Somerset.
Tom, Reese?
I wrote Somerset as well.
It's Wiltshire.
Oh,
Unfortunately,
Ah,
how far is that from
I
Somerset?
think quite close.
Yeah, can I get a point for being
No,
close?
you can't. You're already so far ahead.
but I swear you live in Lincoln.
That's actually the place I've lived the least amount of time in my life, Josh.
Yeah,
That's
he's not
quite.
born there. And his accent is like a little bit southern from...
Yeah, I grew up. It's near Hampshire and Wiltshire. All down that way,
I was
so.
there. I was there last weekend.
Did you like it?
Yeah, mate, liked it a lot.
How far
Yeah,
from the
fantastic.
shed were you like?
An hour and 20.
Well, I don't really know because the shed didn't exist when I
Yeah,
lived
but
there.
like Cheltenham.
Probably hour and a bit, hour and a half.
Okay, so...
It's like more Southampton. Basically.
Oh, right, so quite south.
Friggin' hell.
Southampton, Bournemouth, like around there, yeah.
Yeah, really south.
What year did I start going to the gym?
28.
Reese, just to humble you a little bit more.
2016.
Anyone put anything different?
2016.
I put 2018.
It's 2017, so you all missed it there.
I wrote that down and was like, nah, he was probably like 11 years old at this point. So
Yeah.
What grade did I get in GCSE RS?
G.
Finn.
I put A, mate. I thought I'd back you a bit.
Horrifically wrong, unfortunately. I appreciate the faith, but I had no faith in this test.
I went for a D.
yeah, I wrote D as well.
I've gone for a G.
It was in fact an E. It was a level 2. The reason for that is because I only did the multiple choice questions and refused to do any long answers. So I just went through, ticked the boxes, and then just closed the paper. Because I didn't know the answers, I just couldn't bother to write. I figured, don't need those. So, yeah. Sorry, Jesus. What diameter, or is it diameter? What's the size of my right calf?
Circumference.
Circumference, apologies.
What's the girth? That's what we need to know.
Yeah, the girth.
Did you say cock or calf?
Looking at this answer, I can tell you it is definitely not my cock.
19.5 inches.
I put 17.5.
No chance.
17.5.
I wrote 24.5.
A man can dream. Finn, I think you got that. Is 18.6.
Oh, no, Reese wins that then.
Yeah.
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 Reese
I
was
got confused.
0.9 off. Me and Tom were 1.1 off.
What did
So,
you
yeah.
say? Oh,
Reese
sorry. Yeah, apologies. Yeah, I thought it was the other. Thought Finn went higher. And then, how many subscribers do I currently have?
7,400.
I put 8.
I've gone 7.9k.
I've put 8.
Oh, Josh, it's your point. It's 7,935. So if everyone watching this could just go run that up a little bit, that'd be much appreciated.
Get it up to 8.
We'll gain 7 subscribers.
Yeah, that's brilliant. So that was the quiz. I think I've written the answers all down. I don't think it was a very high scoring round there.
Oh, we all get a bonus point for Code Eagles, yeah?
Yeah, I got
No,
that
only
one.
Reese got that one. Reese said that first time.
We all knew it.
Oh, fuck
Yeah,
yeah.
but I said whoever
Oh,
says
writing it
first gets
down.
the point.
I didn't hear that, but all right.
Well,
Whatever.
should have opened those big ears up more.
Fuming. Right. Who's won?
So the OYIYI podcast got a collective score of 12. The Bummed in Board Shorts, what's your podcast? Bum Sex Boys, sorry. You got a pathetic score of 8.
Well done.
So round of applause for OYIYI there. Right away with it.
Confirmation then that OYIYI is still better than Bum Sex Boys.
For
And
this year
your
only.
prize, fellas, is next time a transsexual DMs me asking to fuck their tranny butt, I will send them your way.
Is it alive?
Thank God.
Yeah,
Got a wicked video in the stand when you do open it.
that's right. Yeah, so there you go. Once you've got a gym open, I'm actually going to just start linking them that address. to get some customers through the door is the plan there.
Oh, great.
Unbelievable. Yeah.
That's that, boys.
Been a pleasure. We'll go over to Finn's thing, whatever it's called. For all the listeners, thank you for listening to this point. Jack, thank you for all your efforts on that quiz. I can tell it has used your entire brain capacity.
It did take me far longer than I'm willing to admit.
Yeah, I can tell, mate. I can tell. Thank you for listening. Have a very Merry Christmas. I hope that you've loved listening to this as much as we've enjoyed recording it. And we'll see you over on the OYIYI podcast in a couple of days' time. Ciao.
Bye.